Hello and welcome to a series that I'm doing on Town of Salem, trying to provide a lot of gameplay and guides for how to play Town of Salem. I'm not going to go too much into what Town of Salem is and do all sorts of introductory stuff, but I do want to preface this episode with a little bit of a discussion about what I think is one of the most important topics in Town of Salem, and that is the so-called Jailor Meta. Jailor Meta is where the jailer reveals day one. They ask for all of the doctors, bodyguards, escorts, spies, and most importantly, lookouts to be on them. And then all of these people visit them. The lookout sees all of them. The lookout then tells the jailer who visited them that night. And we have a great picture of who is town and who isn't. And anybody who makes a claim of doctor, bodyguard, escort, spy, anything like this that isn't on that TPLO request automatically looks very suspicious if they are not seen by the lookout visiting me night one, right? They have to have some good excuse if that's the case. And then basically what you do is the next day, you ask for all TIs to post their wills. I usually ask for veterans to whisper me their wills as well to try and conceal that other TIs might be whispering me wills. And right off the bat, you have most of the roles in the game, or most of the difficult to confirm roles in the game, having to make claims, having to prove themselves, having to confirm themselves. The only roles that are really kind of up in the air at that point are, well, the roles that can more or less confirm themselves: transporter, mayor, retributionist. But other than that, it's usually just vigies and veterans and mediums that are kind of the claim space left for the evils. So the goal of the Jailor Meta is to very aggressively deny claim space to your opponents, very, very aggressively deny the mafia anywhere to hide, and very quickly try and confirm as many town as possible. Now, this game isn't one of these slam dunk examples of the TPLO meta working. I actually had one of those games earlier, but unfortunately I didn't realize it, but I wasn't recording, where basically the TPLO meta outed every single one of the evils, and we just cleaned up the game. But this one does illustrate a lot of the strengths of it, and illustrates sort of how you can judge which claims are weak or strong in that sort of Jailer declares day one TPLO meta. Now, there are pros and cons to the Jailer meta. The biggest one, of course, is that Arsonist is likely to visit you night one and then ignite you night two. That's really the only sort of counter to this Jailer meta. So this is, of course, the core of it, though. I say, I'm Jailer, TPLO, escorts, and spies on me. Everybody's got to be on me. If they're not, they're going to be executed or hung for failing to do so. We jail some random person. And this is, some people actually think you shouldn't jail night one, right? Because this guy's going to claim bodyguard to me. And now we didn't get to see him on me, right? We don't know if he's legitimate or not. So, again, we don't say anything because it's hard sometimes for evils to notice. This guy already looks suspicious. The fact that his claim is so late. WTF, I can't click your name. BG. Sure. We're just going to put late claim bodyguard in here. I am Rowan. Yes. I don't really trust you, though. I'm not going to say anything. I was role blocked, so we presume that there's an escort in this game. Because it's pretty ballsy for a consort to go on you. Because if there's a lookout and a spy, they can get found out real quick. So I was roadblocked, so we presume that there's an escort. Boise died last night, died to mafia. We also see another death, which is not good. That means that there's a serial killer running about, likely. Boise, confirmed Vigi. Let's get him up there. Lilac claims, Lookout says I was visited by Amber Reed, good guy, and AFK, good father. And apparently Chibi just left the game. Sure, that's welcome. I say that TIs and veterans should whisper me their wills now or post them. Daddy claims role blocked, asks for spies. I mean, do we really think there's another? So veteran posts, says I'm veteran, night one. Decided to go on alert, that's good. I believe that because he came out quickly. There's already a TK in the yard. Hell says transed. Edward Bishop says he finds Hell as Sheriff X Werewolf. Okay, so presumably whoever he was transported with is Sheriff Executioner Werewolf. But interestingly, Hell is claiming Sheriff. So is there another Sheriff claim? Edward Bishop looks a little bit suspect here. I mean, it's possible he was swapped with an Executioner or another Sheriff. We don't have another Sheriff claim, so presumably swapped with an Executioner. This guy's blackmailed, I believe that. We VFR'd him just for voting up one, even though he had kind of indicated that he was blackmailed. Yeah, Lilac is probably dead tomorrow. It does look like there's a blackmailer. Proctor claims Vigi. Well, you didn't CC the veteran. And there's already a Vigi in the yard. You don't really look that good. Daddy claims bodyguard. I was roll blocked. Okay, that's a pretty weak claim as well. So we jail Giles Corey. Because this guy looks kind of suspect. I don't know why he's guiltying this guy. Daddy claims bodyguard, roll blocked, weak. I have Dyack still down in here. Wrong button says Giles Corey. Okay, well, what are you? You're bodyguard, he says. Night 1, Daddy. Nope. See? TPLO meta. I'm Jailor. I called for TPLO. Not on Jailor. Guilty. I'm going to inno because this seems very gestury, but that's the only reason we're innoing. This guy is 100% some sort of evil. Not on the Jailor claim, Night 1. So I'm innoing. I don't really trust Ed Bishop here. We guilty this guy. I'm kind of scrolling through it, and at this point a lot of people have claimed or have been seen visiting me in wills. Yeah, they innoed because, I mean, this was pretty obviously Jester, but I don't think Proctor gets to inno here. Proctor's a late Vigi claim. Yeah, we decided to jail Proctor. This is the weakest claim in town at the moment. But pretty much everybody is claimed. This guy really shouldn't have innoed. He makes himself look really suspect. Again, the late claim makes him look really suspect. He's got the weakest claim. But everything's full. I mean, we're pretty sure that AFK Goodfather is actually the bodyguard. We're pretty sure that everybody who visited me is good. I mean, maybe the escort is a bad guy, but this is the weakest claim in town at this point. I don't really want to execute him because he's not so weak that, I mean, I don't know. The guy was pretty obviously Jester, so it kind of makes sense. Since I wasted a night, I mean, don't talk to me like this. Like, I'm a jailer. I've got a lot of stuff to do. I don't want to keep on a conversation with you. I'm jailing you to see if role blocking you does anything. Doesn't appear to do anything. Lookout down. So now I kind of want to get roles from the people who visited me. Just want to know what exactly they are. This guy's bodyguard. I also believe the AFK Goodfather's bodyguard. And then we have a guy who claims bodyguard and says he was role blocked, which is pretty weak. And we have the guy that I jailed who claims bodyguard, which is pretty weak. Dyack says, hopefully Lookout can confirm me. I mean, I don't know. That seems kind of weak. Well, I don't know. I asked good guy for roll. I asked this guy for roll. I saw them visit me, so I'm pretty sure they're good. This guy claims escort. All right, well, who did you roll block last night? Yeah, AFK, Godfather, he's on me. Yeah, that makes sense. Rowan to prove myself, and then Lilac. You roll blocked a Lookout. I don't know about that. Good guy Inno says hell. Okay, I mean, I guess maybe this guy's escort still. Fine. So we end up just lynching the weakest claim here, which is this third claim, Vigi, John Proctor. Edward Bishop looks a little bit suspect because we now know that it wasn't an executioner game. So if Hell was transed, if Hell was actually transed, then Investigator would have seen different results, right? So Edward Bishop looks a little bit suspect here, right? It's also possible that the sheriff is lying about being transported. Hard to tell. Yeah, Hell is saying, why not get Edward? He is confirmed evil. He's confirmed evil to you because you know you were transported. But this is a pretty weak claim. He's the third TK claim when TK should have been leaping to claim, right? The veteran came out right away. This guy waited a long time. I could prove myself. X Dayak tonight. Dayak is pretty weak of a claim. But we're going to go after Edward Bishop next. I think it'd be weird. Like we have other people saying that they were transported. Yeah, I mean Hell's logic is correct here. If either Mafia's making a really big play on me here, or Edward Bishop is evil. Edward Bishop changing his results here is bad, because it means that we're definitely not going to change our decision to jail him. Now, even if no matter what he says at this point, the fact that I jailed him means I have to kill him, right? In terms of maintaining our numbers, maintaining our majority, we have to kill him. This, I mean, he's changed his will. Like, sheriff with a weak will, but your will is weaker. I kind of get the idea, right? Like, yeah, like sheriffs are typically weak. I mean, you changed your will. You said that Hell was sheriff. I don't know what this nonsense is about. Like, you're digging your grave further. Either way, we're not gonna not execute him here. So we kill Edward Bishop. Guy looked pretty evil. Dayak says, do we have a spy? I don't know what Dayak is on here. We probably lose. Dayak is one of these unconfirmed people, along with Daddy. Dayak says he was role blocked. I mean, I don't know. This escort's not role blocking good stuff, as far as I can tell. Yeah. Execute this guy. Get him out of here. Now we have to make some guesses. Daddy sus? Yeah, I'd believe that. I mean, the guy claimed that he was role blocked, but there's no one that really looks like... I mean, we presume there's a blackmailer in the game, right? So there's not a consort. There's no one going on him. Dayak claims that he was role blocked. I mean, we have two of these guys claiming that they were role blocked. I still haven't heard a claim from one. I don't know. I mean, are they still blackmailed? Hard to tell, but what could they be at this point? How are they getting blackmailed? I mean, presumably there's a transporter out there, right? He's the only non-claimer. Maybe he's a transporter, but he would have transported himself and somebody, right? Which means he wouldn't be blackmailed. Why isn't he talking? I kind of think Samoy is the blackmailer. But we're putting Daddy up. I mean, this guy is pretty evil. Dayak is pretty evil. Good guy says, I did role block him. I don't know. This is... Why is he role blocking Town Protect claims? Well, we're guiltying Daddy, and then we have to make a decision about what we do with good guy here. Doesn't look like Samoy is blackmailed. I didn't see any sort of vote spam or anything like that. Yeah, Vigi was sus of him for a good reason. I ask, what is 1? I don't know what 1 is. I haven't seen any sort of claim out of them. Dayak looks really evil, but I'm not sure who the other evil is. Hell is pretty much confirmed at this point, and if this is blackmailer, then I guess good guy is confirmed, even if his will is pretty bad. And it was blackmailer, so we're going to jail Samoy here, because I haven't seen any claim from him. I'm thinking of jailing 7, because the vet claim is also kind of weak. I don't really want to claim. I don't really want to get rid of Dayak because I can't be killed as long as Dayak is. All right, this is Transporter. Apparently, he was blackmailed again. Because he tried to swap himself and Ed, and they were able to blackmail him. Well, that is rough. So we'll go ahead and put this down. 10 is confirmed escort. 1 confirmed transporter. And obviously, if I die, then Dayak is fake, right? This guy is claiming town protect. But if I die, then he can't be town protect. So at this point, there's not a lot of space for really much of anything. Hell is confirmed sheriff. Samoy is confirmed transporter. Good guy is confirmed escort because he's been role blocking people, and all the random mafia are accounted for. I mean, mafia can pretend that they're BM'd. It doesn't really take much. You just click on a bunch of buttons. The guy didn't really indicate that he was BM'd the next night. But at this point, we're basically have everybody confirmed, right? Samoy is transporter, good guy is escort. Hell is bust a bunch of mafia if he's evil, right? No, I didn't execute the transporter. It's 7 and 14. Everyone pretty much knows this. And that's more or less the game. Today we end up lynching the veteran claim. This guy played his role pretty well because he saw that Vigi was dead. I asked for veterans to come out. He came out right away, which is the reason why John Proctor got lynched, right? This was no stronger of a claim than John Proctor's, except for the fact that he came out early. I asked for veterans to come out, and there was a TK claim already dead, so he jumped out and said, look, I'm veteran, don't get me, right? The Vigi took a while to come out, which is not very good. So at this point, Hell is the only TI claim. We have a lookout in the yard, and he's the only other TI claim, so he's confirmed. Samoy is transporter. He's confirmed because he's transported Hell, who's confirmed. And Good Guy's confirmed because we've had roadblocks and both random mafias are accounted for. So Dayak is the last of the evils. I've put this in my will that the escort and transporter are confirmed. So at this point, it should be pretty easy. I needed to hear a claim from Samoy. Unfortunately, he transported himself with a jailed guy, which is how they continued to blackmail him. I found it a little bit unbelievable that a transporter would be blackmailed because they can just swap themselves. And it's, what are the chances that they walk themselves into a blackmail? But yeah, Hell is confirmed TI since there's no CC. Trans is confirmed since they trans the confirmed sheriff. 10 is confirmed escort since they roadblocked me and have roadblocked other people since then. Right? In fact, Dayak is one of the people who's claimed to have been roadblocked. So it doesn't matter at this point. We're going to win. There's 3 confirmed towns and a guy who looks pretty evil. So I don't know what to think about what happens next. So escort apparently doesn't roadblock the person who's confirmed evil. Instead, roadblocks the confirmed TI, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but this person's made some pretty poor decisions the entire game. But it doesn't matter anyways because it's confirmed transporter versus confirmed transporter and confirmed escort versus a guy who's far from confirmed. Samoy decides to play some games here, and he votes up Good Guy, and then innos him, and then votes up Good Guy, and then innos him, and then puts up Dayak and guilties him. I'm skipping ahead because I don't know, the plays. This is beyond science. This is next level, top tier, highest elo. If you just want to go to the next game, this sort of nonsense is infuriating. If you're willing to just sit back and appreciate it, the trolling, the master of his craft. He is reinventing the game right in front of us. We are witnessing history. The beginning of something new. And the end of all we knew. I mean, I don't know. There wasn't. Deck claims escort at the end. He changes his claim, says that he's escort, says that he. I mean, I don't know. Right, there's not much he can do at this point. He's pretty dunzo. But there you have it. TPLO meta. You claim Jailor. You get a lot of people confirmed, right? We had 2 bodyguards, a lookout, and an escort, more or less confirmed. And so even though we had to navigate a very difficult claim space where all of the evils had claimed and they had made fairly good claims, at least they made claims that were reasonable, we didn't have that much to go off of. We had a few discrepancies between the consig's will and the transporter who was blackmailed. We had some sort of inconsistencies between these, or basically we had unconfirmed town protect claims, which seemed kind of weak because they were basically saying that there was a random mafia consort when someone who had been blackmailed, and after we lynched the consig, that seemed pretty unlikely. But all the evils were making claims, all the evils were playing, and still we were able to kind of figure out what was going on. If I had... The only reason we really jailed Samoy there was because it seemed unlikely that a transporter would have been blackmailed 2 nights in a row, right? They walked themselves into a blackmail twice. That seems really awkward. But it ends up that he tried to transport himself with a jailed guy, which is how he got himself blackmailed for yet another day. So that was one mistake on our part. But other than that, we got to a point where all the town were confirmed. Obviously, the bodyguard claims were fake because I died, right? There wasn't any room for the evils left. And that's because we very, very aggressively denied any sort of claim space to our opponents. We made them have to claim sort of ridiculous things. And we went off of that, plus just sort of the natural inconsistencies that develop between faked wills and real wills. And we're able to win the game. So that's it for this episode. Hopefully that gives you some idea of how to play Jailor Meta as the Jailor. Again, you want to ask for TPLO, escorts, and spies all to be on you. The lookout should see them. That should confirm a lot of people. And then you should be able to just go through the other claims, find the weakest claims, start lynching them, start executing them, so on and so forth. And you don't have to execute right away. I mean, we jailed John Proctor because his claim was kind of weak. He was the 3rd person to claim TK in a pretty packed room, and he hadn't shot anybody. He hadn't done anything, right? So we jailed him, but didn't execute him because we didn't have to. And then he ended up getting lynched the next day. So we jailed Ed Bishop, who was sort of the next weakest claim, and executed him because we had to at that point to maintain majority. But that's sort of the thing you can do. You can try and you get as much information as you can with this process. You deny as much claim space as much as you can. And that's how you go about the Jailor TPLO meta. It works a little bit similarly if someone else asks for TPLO. You do a lot of those confirmations, and you kind of avoid the danger that the arsonist is going to douse that Jailor and then kill him. But I think there's a lot of upsides and downsides to that. And this is sort of the easy, reliable, you claim as Jailor day 1, all the TPLO, escorts, and spies go on you. And that gives you a lot of information to work with. So hopefully this is helpful to people who are trying to learn the game. And that's it for this episode. I'll post some more examples of me playing Jailor in a TPLO meta. Right, me playing Jailor as Jailor Meta. I don't really play Jailor any other way. It's a lot easier to play Jailor other ways. There's a lot of stress on you as a Jailor to make a lot of the decisions and coordinate a lot of the town. But I do think that Jailor Meta is the strongest way to play things, and I'll post more episodes as examples, but hopefully this is helpful. All right, signing out.